Okay, we are now recording for the VOD. Like I said before, definitely didn't have to do a second attempt at recording for the VOD. There was an audio issue in a lot of previous recent streaming sessions, and we managed to basically, I think, fix it. So apologies that was there, but hopefully moving forward, it's going to be fine. All right, so Mass Effect. As of last time, we are now on the Normandy, and we have some missions.
Commander,
we have all these people we can talk to.
How's the Normandy performing?
So we're going to spend some today just talking to our crew and getting to know everybody.
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back.
I don't know how I feel about Seth Green, but I think he does a really good job as Joker.
Probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Unfortunately, these days he's kind of known for that guy who tried to do a NFT sitcom. I don't know if that is ever actually coming out because his NFT got stolen. I think he got it back, but also NFTs have kind of imploded now, as they always were expected to.
I'd like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean...
What's wrong with your pilot? He's sick. He's just doing like a kickflip with the Normandy on a skateboard.
Brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow. Too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack. It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Joke's on you, Joker. I actually do like that. Renegade option. Get up.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Tell me about every single aspect of your life.
We're not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot.
Tell me about idiots.
I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare
I'm kind of with Joker. It's like, Shepard, fuck off, man. Leave him alone. Tell me all about your medical history. Shepard's just a very inquisitive person. He just wants to know. He wants to learn. He wants to learn about the world around him. Could we all be like Shepard?
Medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not going to break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable, but
I have to go.
I'm not intentionally trying to make you uncomfortable. It's just accidentally happening. All right, we're gonna do a quick lap around the ship and talk to all of our crewmates.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's...
He's a little confused, but he's got the spirit.
Non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Nihilus got shot in the back, Presley. What the fuck are you talking about? That had nothing to do with us.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
This is bigger than humanity. Saren's a threat to every species in the galaxy, and I'll welcome anyone who wants to help me bring him down.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
The old ways, you say, Presley.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Again, I will say that, like, much like everybody else, like, Presley does get a little bit of character development. I don't think it's on full display in this game, but there is some, like, logs you can pick up in the second game from him that show that he, like, really got over his alien racism and that he, like, you know, came to view the non-human members as, like, true, like, members of the crew. So, like, he got better, but also, Presley, man, be professional. I guess he is being professional, but also Presley, shove up your ass.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
It's possible that the other crew members also don't really want to talk to us that much right now. Because it's kind of one of those things that, like, you have to, like, you don't really get a prompt about people wanting to talk to you. You just need to go find them. But a lot of times, typically, it's that they won't talk to you until, like, a mission passes.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Dr.
How
Chocolates.
did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
Also, I'm gonna
I
keep.
enlisted
I'm gonna
right out of
quote
med school.
gamer poop probably more
Earth
than I
was too
should
boring.
while playing this.
Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies
We'll bang,
were
okay?
teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's
I love
something
Dr.
special
Chocolates. She's
about
great.
soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired for the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific...
Oh, is that all?
He's happy. He just gets migraines.
Sometimes he sees the Hat Man. Who is the Hat Man? Well, we're going to need to give you some more ibuprofen in your spaghetti before you can answer that question, Commander. I'd like to learn more about this ibuprofen spaghetti. There's a lot more loading screens in Mass Effect 2 and 3, but Mass Effect 1 like has loading screens and it masks them behind like elevator rides and things.
Thanks for bringing
Garrus, my buddy.
I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by it.
Garrus is like, that sounds pretty awesome. I love that you can just, you know,
For the most part, the rules are there for
take
a
the
reason.
law into your own hands. Garrus, you're a cop.
Sometimes it
Yeah.
feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down
That's
a
literally his
suspect,
character
it shouldn't
development,
matter
though. I'm
how
joking. That's
as long
literally
as
like
the
the character arc.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
I want to, like, don't get me wrong, Garrus is my best buddy, but like you do have to kind of, like, if you're playing a Paragon character, you do kind of have to like put him in line a little bit because he's really eager to do the kind of the renegade cowboy cop thing, and you got to be like,
Commander?
Garrus, maybe not.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Unless you're playing renegade, in which case you encourage him. You're like, yeah, man, that's awesome.
No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
We never trained to fight synthetics. The Geth haven't gone beyond the Veil in 3 centuries.
Our training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to go play a mission before more people talk to us.
You've got, Shepard.
Rex,
What can I do for you?
my
What's your
buddy.
story, Rex?
There's no story.
One day I just sort of
Go
existed.
ask Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
It's not Shepard.
You're infected.
It's not at all.
Mutation. An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth. And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
So what? That doesn't sound so bad. Yeah, no, I see your
I
point.
suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay, before we go, there is one more thing we gotta do.
Shepard.
Rex.
Shepard.
Rex.
Shepard.
Rex.
Classic. Yeah, so the story of the Krogan is that Rex basically just laid it all out, but I think they go into more of it later. But the story of the Krogan is basically that the Krogan were uplifted as a society by I believe the Solarians and the Turians to fight an alien invading like insect race called the Rachni. And after the Krogan defeated the Rachni, the Krogan started to expand exponentially across the system and started to like conquer lots and lots of worlds and basically started to build their own empire. And so as a means to stop them, the Solarians and the Turians came up with something called the genophage, which infected all the Krogan at a genetic level that basically made it so that like 1 in 100 Krogan births were stillborn. So their race is now on the verge of extinction. It's pretty fucked up. And it's a pretty big plot point throughout all 3 games.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting
Tally.
to understand
Anyway,
why
here's
these
Tally.
missions have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
So you're into ships?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes
I'm
with
into
being a
ships as
quarry.
well.
The migrant fleet is
Tell
the
me,
key to the survival
have
of my
you ever heard of
Ships are our most
Raylo?
valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work.
We basically have a whole fleet of ship of
We try to make
Theseuses,
ourselves as
basically.
independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't
It's
easy.
just, I don't know why. It's just funny to me when Shepard just answers a really broad, that's a really broad
Everything
question.
we do must
Tell me
in
about your
some way
people.
contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival.
I've always wondered if that would actually work if you were traveling and you went to a bar or something, spoke to the bartenders, tell me about the things going on around here. Tell me about what life's like here. Tell me about your people.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
You're democratic?
So ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
I don't know jack shit. Tell me about it.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks. bringing them closer and closer to
Pretty soon, they were creating art pieces with very big-titted women's and 12 fingers, and we realized that there was something was wrong.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth,
What made them rebel? Well, they eventually became a sentient race and realized they were being made to do slave labor, so...
one day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space, exiled, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out
Jeez.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first
Shepard, like, well, it's hard to feel sorry for you. It's like, that was her ancestors, dude. It wasn't her.
But they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organic.
Anyway, the Geth-Quarian conflict is also a very major plot line that runs through, like, all three games. Although Tally is the only Quarian you meet in the first game.
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity
Like,
among the fleet.
it is kind of funny how, like, Tally is the only Quarian in this game, but, like, again, like in the other two games, they're pretty prominent. Like, they show up quite a bit.
We set out alone, leaving the
It makes me wonder if, like,
behind us.
maybe it's just because, like, the story wasn't... That wasn't the story that was important to the first game, so they decided not to have a lot of Quarians. Or maybe they were worried it would take away from Tally by having more Quarians.
If the gift is accepted, we are well.
Or maybe they just, like, more people got attached to the Quarians as the story evolved.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
Never mind. I should go.
See you later.
Hey,
Adams.
Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander. But I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Carry on, Adams.
No, that is why I came down here. Bye. Okay, I think that's everybody we need to talk to, so we can go back up and get going. Yeah, so just to reiterate the conversation we had mostly with the Quarians. Yeah, so they created the Geth, and then the Geth ran them off their home planet, out of their home system, and they've been living on like spaceships for centuries since then. And the result has been that because they've had just generations upon generations growing up in a controlled like environment on the ships, all of their immune systems have just become incredibly weak. So that's why they all have to wear those like cool looking environmental suits like the one that Tally has whenever they're out and about. Because otherwise they might get sick and die. So all the Quarians you meet are wearing suits like that.
Commander, something you need?
I have to go.
All right, see you.
Commander, you need something? No. I gotta go. All right, we gotta go to the galaxy map. Time for the most iconic music in the series. It's gonna get stuck in your head for days, if not years, if not the rest of your life. It'll just worm its way for the rest of your life. So there is a lot of like the Mass Effect was kind of like a proto like Starfield in the way that there's like a lot of like planets you can go to, but not all the planets like have interesting things on them. So we actually heard like one of my journals actually said that there was like some sort of there was some sort of like distress signal coming from Argus Row, so let's go check it out. I think we have like a bunch of like, in true BioWare fashion, we've been given like a bunch of places we can go to investigate something, in which case we'll get up to some other little adventure while we're there, and then by the end of it have more pieces to the mystery we're trying to resolve. But I want to go check on Liara. Well, hold on a second. Assignments. Fnatic Biotics and the Hades Gamma Cluster have kidnapped the chairman of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies are holed up in Derek Flater in the Farinata system. You've been approached by Conrad Venner. That's that. You uncovered an Alliance Patrol report. One of the patrols mentioned some strange activity in the Hydra system of the Argus Roll cluster. Okay, so let's check out Argus Row. So these are all the planets in Argus Row. Can't land on this planet.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Alright, we're going down there. Time for us to get in everybody's favorite little tank, the Mako. When the original game came out, the Mako was pretty heavily criticized. Just because, like, you used it a lot, it didn't have great controls. It's kind of a weird, like, tanky kind of thing. Where the heck am I? It doesn't say where I am on the map. There we go. It doesn't say where you are on the map. You just gotta set things. The graphics update for this has been like just in general has been pretty good. Like I don't know, for some reason I didn't notice it until I got to this particular like kind of like terrain, but like I can see like the textures are really good. Like it's all just kind of volcanic and like rocky right now, but I don't know, looks pretty good if I do say so.
Looks like the signal's coming from that wreckage.
Careful, Shepard. Yeah, it's a trap!
Oh, Geth. Can't hit me. I am below your firing range. Oh, geez, come on. The Mako control's so bad. Can't hit me. Ooh. There's one left. Where is he? Got him. We got him. Is that it? Oh, it exploded. You want to explode some more? Was that it? Was it just a trap? That was a thorium deposit. How do I get out? How do I get out? How do I get out? Oh, it's that button. Hey, we got some thorium. That's pretty cool. Not sure what that's going to be used for, but alright, back in the tank. Alright. Up we go. Up we go. Okay. No. Okay. Not that way. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's alright. It's alright. We're going to go this way. It's okay. This is the plan all along. All along, this was the plan. Going around on my moon buggy with my friends in this weird volcanic place where there's Geth, and I need to be going this direction, not that direction. Go up here. Come on. Let's go. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yes. Yes. Good job. Good job, Mako. I always believed in you the whole time. I was not bad-mouthing you and saying your controls sucked. It's okay. You got this, buddy. Believe in you 100%. 100%. Go up this cliff face. You got it. You got it. Oh, good boy. You did it. Good. Good for you. Pet your shiny chassis. When the car when the car starts breaking down and you just start praying to it, you just start being like, no, it's okay. Listen, like, go from swearing at it to try and like bargain with it. Anything up here? Doesn't really look like it. Let's go down. Whee! Whee! Donk. I don't think there's like collision damage in the Mako. Like, I'm pretty sure that like I don't think you can like fall off a cliff and just blow up. I think. Okay, but alright, this is weird. That's definitely where the like question mark is, right? What is this topography? Come on. Come on. Get up there. 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 Good job. What is even going to be up here? Like, this, like, terrain is so weird. Is there going to be more Geth up here? No? It's Turian corpses. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's check out the debris, and then we'll call it a... That'll be it for this planet. So this is kind of how it is for just, like, most of the planets that you can visit in this game. Like, they kind of, like... I remember for a little while, I, for some reason, was making it, like, my mission as a kid to, like... I wanted to see if I could go to every single planet. Like, I wanted to go to every single planet and explore every single planet and see what every single planet had. And to my surprise, actually, quite a few of them did have stuff on them. Like, there was quite a few of them that did have, like... interesting little side quests tied to them, but there was a lot that didn't have anything. Like, there was a lot of them that it was just this, where, like, you land on the planet, drive around for a bit, maybe shoot some Geth, and then you find, like, a data pad or something. Like, I much rather prefer how they did it in Mass Effect 2 and 3, where missions that you can go to are like there's fewer of them, and it's more obvious that you're going to. I prefer a more. That's why when people talk about, like, Starfield, like Starfield just came out when it's got all those planets, I'm just like, I already know exactly what it's going to be like. It's going to be like Mass Effect 1. To my understanding, that's kind of what it's been. Well. Shit. Barely made it. Okay, well, that wasn't quite the plan I thought it was going to be. So here's, like, a thing, like, you can find some Turian symbols. Fanatic biotics in the Hades Gamma Cluster have kidnapped the chairman of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies. They're holding a derelict freighter in the Farinata system. That sounds interesting. Let's check that out. The Horsehead Nebula. Hans. Attican Beta, Kepler Verge, Hawking ETA, Armstrong Nebula, Voyager Cluster, Hades Gamma. I think Hades Gamma is where I gotta go. Teus. Farinata. There we go. There was a DLC for the original Mass Effect 1 called, like, Bring Down the Sky, I think it was called. I hope this is not it. Because I never played that, and I do want to play it, but I want to play it later. The Ontario is a Kowloon-class module converger of human design configured for mixed freight and passenger hauling is making a hard burn for the cover of an asteroid cluster. All right, see what's going on. Well, there sure are a lot of red dots around here.
Intruders! Kill the hawk! You must die!
Oh, geez. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. They all just came running out. Like, what the hell? They just all rushed me. What the hell? No, that's not what I want. Like, they just, like, all of them. Like, it was, I mean, it's pretty effective, but, like, what the hell? Like, they all just, like, they all just bum rushed me. That was insanely chaotic. Gotta kill this guy before the... That's great, but, like, where are we supposed to be going? Okay. I got a minute and a half to figure out where the heck I need to go. This is where I came in?
See how it is?
They were T-posing. Did you see that? They were T-posing in the background.
Only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
Now that you've all, like, put a gun to my head.
Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
We should have brought Caden for this one. He might have had something to say, since he's an L2.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth, I promise that.
Shepard's like, huh?
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
A Fifth Fleet cruiser will be by shortly to pick you and the prisoners up.
Hey, we did it. Good job, everybody.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me.
All right, everybody. We're just going to leave now. Don't you guys do anything else crazy. Don't you shoot nobody as soon as I leave. Shepard's just going to be like, nah, it's fine. It's okay. They're all getting along now. I don't need to stick around. My work here is done. You guys anything have to say to this? Rex? No? Okay. They got nothing to say. They're like, no, you know what, Shepard? You handled that masterfully. There's nothing else that we could possibly add. No notes. No notes whatsoever. You did it, Shepard. Good job. Good for you. God, we look up to you. God, you're such a brilliant commander. You're so powerful and decisive and smart and good looking. Have we mentioned how just damn, let us buy you a drink, Commander. Let's just you know, like go down to the bar and like tell me about your life story. Shit, Commander, you are just the most amazing, incredible person I have ever known. Shepard, wake up. What? All right. Let's go.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Well, hold on.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully.
Yeah, I bet he was impressed considering it didn't end with a bullet in the back of his head.
Beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Let's bite your ass. Shepard and Mike. Yeah. Shepard in my society and Krogan society, me biting your ass would be a great honor. I'll think it over. I should go. We'll bang, okay? Alright, let's go see if we can find Liara. I can't remember if it tells us exactly what planet she's on. It is interesting also how like each planet has like actual like information about it. And you can survey it and kind of read about it. It's just neat that they created this entire universe. And you're not going to go to every single planet, obviously. But, like, the fact that they, like, sat down and there was probably, like, a whole team that their job was just, like, make, just make the galaxy, basically. Just come up with a bunch of planets. I bet that was a lot of fun. And they're just like, is this the one we're looking for? Matriarch's writings recovered. Well, it's gonna let's land on this planet. Maybe this is the planet that Liara's on. I don't think this is the planet that Liara is on. But we'll check it out anyway. I think we'd probably actually get like a notification or something, like if we had picked the planet that she was on. I don't remember, like there is a specific planet. It's not random. There is a specific planet that she is on. I just don't remember what it is. There's a bunch of little red dots up there. Pirates. I imagine taking out the sniper. Oh god, I'm stuck on something. What the heck? I was like, why am I moving so weird? Incinerated. Alright. Is this a door? Oh, it's like a door. Sorry, just gonna walk my way in here. You must die. Yeah, so when Krogan go down, they'll start regenerating. You gotta take them out quickly. You must die. Hey, we gotta level up. All our hard work is... Ow, God. Oh my God, why that lady did not want to die. Says there's still one more around here sneaking around. We got him. Garrus, are you okay? Oh, I think Garrus went down. He's kind of squishy, so that makes sense. Like, I swear Garrus, like, probably goes down more than anybody else. But then when I take them out, like, him and Caden, I feel like are especially squishy. Anyway, this is not the Liara planet, so once we're done here, we'll head back to space and keep looking. Ah, the decryption's too low. What? Too low? God damn it. Garrus, we gotta get your decryption up, man. German Shepherd. Oh, it makes me laugh every time I see it. So good. Commander German Shepherd. All right, how about now? Is it still too low? Still too low, Garrus! Garrus, why is your decryption so low? Damn it. You discovered evidence that the Asari leading these slavers in Asana Identitas, an important aspect of the Citadel, are sisters. You should return to Presidium and confront Nasana about this. Okay, I guess we'll do that. But for now, we're going to get out of here and get back to space. Because there's a different Asari we're trying to track down right now. I mean, it's like one of those things that, like, you typically want to try and take a balance of, like, skills. So you want someone with biotic abilities, you want someone who can be techie, and you want, like, someone who's good with guns. So, like, I'm a soldier, which means I'm really good with guns, which means I want more biotic and techie people. But also, I really like... Wait, what does it say? There's still something here? What am I looking for? Dahlia body. Weird. Whatever. Well, we're not sticking around here. But anyways, the thing was that, like, but I want, like, you know, I want my alien friends to hang out with me more. I want Garrus and Rex on my team a lot. So that means Garrus, I gotta pump up his like tech skills if he's gonna be my tech guy. Tally is much better at tech stuff as you would expect, but she doesn't have as high like combat skill as he does. Like, there's a bunch of like if you go off those 3 parameters, which is like combat skill, like tech stuff and biotics. Every class is like a base of like made up of like a parameter of sorts with those. So like soldiers is all it's like pure combat. Biotic is like adapt, it's like pure biotic. Engineer is like pure tech. And then there's things like Sentinel, which is a mix of biotic and tech, or Vanguard, which is a mix of combat and biotic, or what's the other one? Biotic and tech, biotic, Vanguard. I'm missing one more. Sentinel is biotic. No, Sentinel is combat tech, I think. Is it? I don't know. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. All the classes are basically made up of those like 3 parameters in some way. Ah, I swear. Bud. Just made it. Alright, that's all I want to do here. There's an exclamation point on like the outpost. There probably might have been something else in the air if I could like actually break into the safe, but couldn't do that because somebody's tech skill is a little bit too low. Strange, isn't it? Alright, well, if Liara's not in this cluster, then maybe she's in the Sparta cluster.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Okay, I think this is the one. Is a terrestrial planet, atmosphere, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. Yeah, this is definitely it. Okay, this time we're gonna take Tally and we're gonna be fighting a lot of Geth. I can't not take Rex every single time. Every time I'm like, I'll take someone else, and I'm looking at Rex like, yeah, but you know, what if I just brought Rex with me? Oh, this is not. Oh no, this is not the Liara planet. Never mind. I know what planet this is. Weed good? What? I mean, I guess it depends on who you talk to. I was like, okay, buddy. Like, glad you're discovering this for yourself. That's cool. Good. I support you. It's all right. Okay. Hey, wait. You might like this thing, Al. Ow, shit. I gotta be careful, though. A thresher maw. Shit. I believe in the sole survivor backstory is that my entire like Shepard's entire like crew was wiped out by one of these. Shit! Oh, we're dead. We're so dead. I haven't saved for a minute. I don't know if we've been auto-saving either. Oh my god, the thing's... This thing, like, attacks with, like, pinpoint accuracy. I think I did some damage to it, but it was so far out of range that I'm not entirely sure how much damage I actually did. I'm like all out of like repair, like Omnigel though, like I gotta be really careful. I also haven't saved in like a minute. Ah, jeez. Gotta be careful. Come on, come on, come on. I think I got it. I think I got it.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Anyway, yeah, that was a Thresher Maw. Oh, I think we saw Admiral Kahoku back on the Citadel. Alright, we just used up a bunch of Omnigel. We should probably... get some more. Some of this stuff we can also sell. I'm just thinking about like... There's gonna be plenty more Mako missions, so I don't want to like... I don't want to be low on Omnigel. It's funny, in the original game, I don't think it's quite like this anymore, but in the original game, you could basically just like convert so much stuff to Omnigel that like, and you could use Omnigel, I think you can still do it in this one, but you can use Omnigel to basically surpass like any like security thing, like any security like a mini game or whatever. So by the end of the game, you were just picking up so much stuff and had so much Omnigel that it just didn't matter. Alright, I don't really... We're just going back to Normandy. I don't care about the other anomalies here. Alright, Liara might not be in this system. Okay. Yeah, I don't think she's... Well... No, definitely not in this system. Nothing in this system but some big ol' worms. So let's try the... NASA system. Every kid wanted to be an astronaut when they were a kid. And then you grow up and you're like, oh, being an astronaut, there's actually a lot going on there, huh? And also not a lot of people, like, I don't know. I think the more, like, I got older and the more I learned about, like, the horrors of space and how, like, we weren't quite to, like, the levels of, like, Star Wars travel yet, obviously. Oh, here we go. This is it. I became a lot less interested. I don't care. Rex and Garrus are my boys. I'm gonna use them as much as I want. Okay, that last fight did remind me though that I have not excuse me. I have not saved in a minute. So we're gonna save.
Commander, I'm picking
Boys night, boys dinner.
really strange, like
I'm going on a big mission with the boys.
looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
How far is a click in terms of distance, in terms of like meters or miles? How far is a click? I hear it used in like military jargon all the time. I wonder like what the actual measurement is. It's kind of like how I'm wondering if it even means anything. Like if it could just mean like it's a short distance away. Like maybe it doesn't even actually mean like it's not actually unit of measure. Maybe it's just like I don't know. It could also mean that. Speaking of military jargon, I've heard like some people who like actually like who are gun enthusiasts or who are in the military get upset when people call like ammunition magazines clips. But everybody does it. I've even heard like actual like military dudes say clip, but like apparently it's mags. Magazine is the proper term. Mags. But I think clip is also acceptable in most cases. I think it's one of those kind of like pedantic things where you're like, no. I am a sniper with 300 confirmed kills, and I will tell you. What'd you say to me, you little shit? The music, I love the music in Mass Effect 1, but it's funny how, like, I think I was talking about this yesterday as well, where the inspiration of Mass Effect 1 was a lot more Star Trek, if that makes sense. Like, it was a lot more, like, retro kind of alien chic.
We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Like, it was a lot less, like a lot of the art and like the designs and things that like that were a bit more like retro kind of like I think we're supposed to be kind of more retro like sort of like sci-fi. He says Rex is like we should go around. So what's he talking about? This way? And then it feels like two onward I feel like they went more for kind of like a space western sort of feel. Like the design, like the art design didn't change that much, but it felt more like some things, like even like the music in 2 is way more like grandiose and like I want to say like I was gonna say cinematic, but like because like in this one it's much more like EDM or like synthetic. Like it's like the credits music for this game is still like one of my favorite songs ever. It's like I'll send it to you, Al, after we beat the game. 'Cause it's so good. It's so fucking good. It's such a fucking vibe. It's such a fucking like Saturday night vibe. I say on a Sunday. Hello. Nothing here except this guy. Oh shit. Got him. Never. First try. Never worried at all. Have I upgraded my I should probably upgrade my guns a little bit here. Anti-personnel rounds versus organics. I'm not really fighting organics right now. I'd like some... Yeah, armor piercing rounds is what I want. Level 2 detection. Heat caliber barrel. Definitely. Garrus, I want you using a sniper rifle. And since you're using a sniper rifle, I want you to be using some armor-piercing rounds. Rex, I want you to be using... whatever. Rex, you can use whatever you want, buddy. He's using his shotgun, so let's put some upgrades on his shotgun. There we go. Alright. Let's see what that does. Going on a big mission with the boys. None of your fucking beeswax, Quentin. We should see what's in this other building now. Might be stuff worth getting. Ooh. Ooh, some Turian armor. You can finally get something for Garrus. Get him out of that base armor. Now you look like a copper wire. I say they kind of like... I say that this game is a little bit more RPG-ish than the other games. Like, one thing that they do with that is that, like, everybody has, like, equipable armor that, like, changes their appearance in this game. And 2 and 3, like, your other party members can get, like, different, like, you can get them, like, different, like, outfits for them. Like, you can change their appearance with a couple different outfits. But for the most part, you can't really do anything about their armor. Like, they don't, their armor doesn't have, like, they don't have, like, stats on their armor like in this one. Like, they simplify it a lot. I don't really mind, because I'm the kind of person that also, like, I like RPGs, like, good RPGs where I can, like, you know, tinker with my party members and stuff like that. But I also appreciate the streamlined experience that the game goes for. I think it does. I think it suits it a little better. Personally, thought they did a good job. This game, they were still kind of like feeling it out, like what was going to work, I think. Because generally it's accepted that it's kind of janky. This game's kind of janky in terms of its gameplay and like whatever not. Like there's a lot of like you see like this screen right here with like all of these different like rows and things like that. In 2, this gets simplified down to like 5 lines. And you like level 20 is like the max level in 2, I think. Maybe 30. Garrus, we gotta bump up that decryption. Alright, now that you are a master saboteur and you have 50 fewer hit points than the rest of us, maybe now. Donk. Is that his helmet? What the hell? Why doesn't it have a visor? When you look in the oven and you see the pig in the blanket cooking, this is what you see. He looks like a cat that's like been like burritoed. What the hell? Hold on, it's getting dark. Let me turn on a light in here. His helmet looks like he's wearing a happy hoodie. Yeah. That's really funny. It's really funny looking. Why doesn't he have a visor? It's not going to protect him. Oh, I forgot I should put some on my armor as well. Alright. And I'm going to save. No, I'm not. I was like, I'm going to save after doing all that in case we die so I don't lose a bunch of progress. And it's like, nope, you can't do that. Ooh, it's a Colossus, I think. Yep, sure is. Bye-bye. More like a Colossus was. Anyway, we're going down this tunnel. That's pretty cool. Aren't you glad I like figured out my audio problem so that you can more clearly hear me being a gremlin all the time? Anyway, this is what I'm talking about, like, the music. Like, it's just kind of this, like, interesting, like, kind of synth, like, like, it's, like, I don't know. I wish I could, like, properly put into words, like, what kind of genre that is, like this sort of synthy sound. It's really cool. Like, it really gives this game like a very like unique identity compared to the other two. Not that the music in the R2 is bad either. Like, the music in the R2 is really fucking good, and I think it applies like I think it fits what it's trying to do in the other games. There's a lot more, like, I feel like there's a lot more, like, kind of mystery and discovery in this game. In terms of themes, at least, than the other two as well. So it's got that real, like, alien feeling of, like, going to other worlds. I was thinking that I need to research synth sounds and stuff so you know how to talk about what I like about electronic genres. I know what you mean. I was kind of thinking of, like, in general about, like, I need to get more well versed in the stuff that I like so that it's easier for me to talk about it.
Negative contacts.
Which I guess is kind of like, it's kind of whatever. Like, you know, you can talk about stuff like however you want to talk about it, like the stuff you like. But I want to be able to, like, properly, like, I want to be able to properly, like, articulate what I like without not just being like, yeah, I like it, or like when I tell, like, I don't know, like, a lot of, like, music I like is like I listen to a lot of video game music, but that's not the only kind of music I like. I want to be able to be like, yeah, man, like, I like metal or something like that. Also, I really like this particular track. It only plays a couple times. Last time we played Metroid on the tracks, it sounded really enjoyed. Yeah, the music in Metroid is also just really, really good. we just got to like Torvus Bog and Metroid Prime 2, which I think you're gonna like a lot in general. The music there is also very good. Rex, buddy. Nice. Jeez. The way they're sitting up there, I don't really have a like good angle to like shoot out from cover.
On me.
Nope, there's more. It's like all clear. No, there's not, buddy. There's more. I'm going on a big mission with the boys. Kill all these robots. Yeah. Got him. You get quite a bit of credits just from like every single Geth kill you get. Like I remember like when I was on the Citadel, I was like, God, how am I ever gonna afford all these prices? And now I'm starting to kind of realize what's gonna happen. Also, there is a like Spectre like vendor that appears on the Normandy, and that's basically the only guy you ever want to buy guns from, because the Spectre weapons are busted. At least they used to be. Like, you put, like, 2 heat sinks on an assault rifle, a Spectre assault rifle, and just never have to, like, worry about it. The Geth are kind of attractive. Oh, are they? They like the single light bulb robots, huh? They do have a really cool design. I think they look really neat. Rex, buddy, stop standing out in the open. Have these things like frogging all over the place. Oh my god, there's all over the place. Ah, so quit moving. Just quit that. There, got him. It says I'm getting like hit markers here and shooting this thing, but like I cannot see what its health is. Got him. Easy peasy. Honestly, it's like mopping up these guys will be harder than that thing. I think it was a Colossus. It might have been an Aperture, actually. Colossus would have been bigger. It's funny, like, I think it is kind of funny that, like, they have you fight a ton of those things, no problem with the Mako in the lead up to this mission, and then you finally fight one on foot, and it's like, oh, this is a bigger deal when I'm not in my tank. Is there a guy back here? Shit. Yeah, there he is. Silly Billy. Think we're clear.
To me.
Internet's back. Don't have to watch my phone anymore. Rex, he's shaped like a boulder, doesn't give you a sturdiness of one. I mean, he kind of does have one, but you know, he is a boulder the shape of a small boulder, the size of a small boulder, but also even he has his limits. Guest started shooting at me as I was adjusting my headset. What a rude fellow. I do like the quick slots. Like, I don't know, I can't remember if that was the thing in the first game, the original game. Like, the original version of the game, I mean. Garrus, what the fuck? I'm shooting at this guy, and Garrus just steps into view. Hey, Shepard, what you doing? Anything I can help with, buddy? You know I'm always here to help. Yeah, Garrus, thanks. You're better door than a window. Eventually our inventory will become full and we won't be able to, like, we'll just start reducing stuff to Omnigel, and that's kind of when, like, late in the game we'll just be, like, we'll just have so much Omnigel we won't have to do, like, any puzzles. We'll just slap it on everything. Alright, so Garrus's decryption is maxed. Oddly enough, I'm not sure if that necessarily is going to mean that, like, he's going to be able to, like, decrypt everything. I think there's probably going to be some stuff that, like, you would need, like, a engineer, like, tally to be able to get into. But we'll see. It would certainly be cool, wouldn't it? Just realized you forgot to draw a Rex plushie. That's okay. There's still time. Trust me, it's going to take us a while to get through all 3 of these games. Like, I would be surprised if we got through this all by the end of the year. We might, actually. I'm going to start trying to get, like, Fridays off, because I have a ton of vacation days with work. So... oh, wait, there might have been a barrier I was supposed to interact with. I might need to get back up. I was thinking like maybe I'll try to, like, stream some on Fridays or something. No, sorry. Let's go back up. Start shooting at us. You can't shoot at us. We're in a loading screen. I mean, I might start streaming on Fridays. I don't know. I might also use those Fridays to do other stuff. Like, I was thinking about it. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, first work has to approve it, which I don't know why they wouldn't, because, like, would they, the alternative is I just take a bunch of, like, I take a ton of, like, days off, like, all at once, which I don't think they want. Okay, no. Can't go through that way. Okay, so I was right. Just need to get on the elevator. But, you know, it would be nice. I don't know. Having a 3-day weekend, 4-day work week for the rest of the year would be cool, but we'll see. We're also really busy. Like, This was a really fucking busy week at work for me. Like I was just, I don't know. I got tired. Like I started like getting to the point where like I was like tired during the day, and I was so worried that I was gonna get sick. Because I usually have a lot of energy. Damn, those things chewed you guys up, huh? Rex, get up. How we feeling, buddies? Feeling good? That's probably fine. Garrus, I just talked about your electronics. It's probably fine. It's probably okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please? Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Liara to Sony, I presume.
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Your mother is working with Saren.
Shepard.
What? I am not.
She's like, I'm kind of in a situation here.
I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil. I activated the towers.
Yeah, I mean, there's about like a couple hundred dead Geth bodies between here and where we landed. I believe you.
I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
So, kind of an interesting detail is that if you go for Liara last, like if you do all the other missions and go for her last, then she'll like be like half like delirious at this point, like from like being stuck in this bubble for so long where she's like dehydrated or something like that. I feel like I'd like the Sorry more if they looked more than just blue women. Yeah, I agree. I wish they had more of an alien design. Like, they just kind of look like... That kind of goes back to, like, I think sort of like the Star Trek inspiration. They're kind of just blue ladies. I like several Asari characters. Like, I like their writing of them. But, like, I think, like, as an alien race, they'd be kind of more interesting if they had different designs. I think it suggested, like... that was a good shot, if I do say so myself. I think it suggested that they, like, might have, like, a... I don't know. Actually, never mind. Oops, that was the wrong button. Like, at least when compared to the other alien races you see, it is just kind of like, yeah, there's hot blue ladies. I was like, okay, that's very Star Trek, I guess. The more I look at the gap, the more attractive they are. Oops. You want to Kiss their light bulb heads. I think when I was younger, I didn't. I was kind of whatever on the Geth design. I feel like when I first saw them, I was kind of like, eh. As I got older, for some reason, I've become a lot more. I like them a lot more now. What is this? Oh, right. This is Simon Says. No. Down, left, right, up. Okay. Down, left, right, up, left. Sweet. Figured that out pretty quickly. Oh, okay. There was no, like, interact, like, button there. Liara!
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Yeah, definitely.
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously, he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event.
Bum, bum, bum,
We have to hurry.
My bad.
The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
Look at Rex, looking at Rex's little tail, resisting the urge to pull on it because I know he'll like flatten me.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I love that one.
I like your attitude.
Alright, just one guy left. That's you, mister. Nope, he's not dead yet. He's regenerating. There we go. Seeing that walk cycle, the angle made me think of that one scene of Food Fight with the brand guy. Yeah, kinda. I know exactly what you mean. Why didn't we just bust through the mining laser? Now we're kind of like, why didn't those other guys just bust through the mining laser? It seems so obvious. And now we're like, oh, I see.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Rude!
I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my
More than a child, she's still like a totally. She's 106-year-old. It's kind of elf logic, you know. Asari and Krogan are both like really long-lived. Like Rex is probably a couple centuries old as well.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them.
Like, I'm pretty sure the Asari and the Krogan are really long-lived. I think Solarians have very short lives. Solarians, I think, only live like to be like 40 or 50.
And cleanse the galaxy of clues.
And everyone else is kind of more like typical average human lifespan.
The were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
I shouldn't be talking over this. This is important. Liara is talking about how her research into the Protheans. The Protheans were like the I almost said Forerunner. Kind of like the Forerunner if you want to compare it to Halo, but they were an alien race that lived like eons ago and that all got wiped out. Like the Prothean beacon that we found at the beginning of Eden Prime. Like the last time we found a Prothean bit of Prothean technology, which was on Mars, it jumped humanity's like technology ahead like 200 years. Like, so it's really advanced stuff. So that's why they're so like sought after, is because they're like, it's really high tech stuff. But Liara studies Prothean stuff. I was going to joke about objectifying the old man at Rex, but can figure out find a way to word it. Girl, help! They're sexualizing the senior Sis again. Is it Rex Erdnot? Is it ever not?
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge. Patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know.
Shepard, were you listening? I'm saying I'm working on it. It's a working theory.
I cannot prove my theory.
Are all humans just like parrots like this? And everyone's just like, no, it's just him. No.
Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Shut up and I'll tell you. God, renegade choices are such assholeish.
The Reapers.
I don't like. There are specific renegade options that I like that are fun, but most of them are just so mean.
What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear.
You're telling me.
Amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helpful.
Okay, back off. Hold on, lady.
I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me.
You just got here.
Any information that could help you find the
We all want a piece of the commander first. Uh-huh.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Great, another alien. God, you'd be such a jerk in this game.
Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined.
I'm pretty sure Ali Hill
It will give me the chance
voices, I think that's her name, voices Liara in all 3 games, but like the direction they do with her in 2 onward is very different. It was the point where I thought she was a different voice actress.
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor.
Like,
the rest of you.
More so than basically any other character, her vocal evolution
Patch you through to the council?
is undergoes a lot with her character development.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side.
Liara.
Trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
I was about to say, you don't really, you could, you gotta be careful with that. Like, oh, well, like...
Was that really necessary, Shepard?
I don't need this.
Communications cut, Commander.
You can just cut them off. Bloop. Sorry, doing the Baldur's Gate thing. Oh, no, 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 no. I hate it when games, I understand a lot of games just like that. I hate it when like you can't mess with your party's inventory unless they're in the party. Like, not all games do that. Like, Knights of the Old Republic 2 didn't really have that problem. Like, in KOTOR 2, like, I'm pretty sure when you were on the ship, you could, like, access everybody's inventory who was in your party. It actually was kind of, you could actually use that to, like, cheese a encounter on the ship where you, like, are supposed to have, like, a one-on-one naked fist fight with a lady, which makes sense in context, sort of. You can like cheese it by like giving her like a really weak blaster, and then just beat her up because he gets like disadvantage from using the blaster in melee range.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Now I gotta be careful to make sure I'm not gonna accidentally flirt with Liara.
With her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Goodbye.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander.
One-on-one naked fist fight with the lady. Ideal night for the fight girls. Oh yeah, I'm sure they would probably have a great time with that.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me.
They're like that with everybody. Really, though.
I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander.
Don't worry, Liara. They don't call me German Shepherd for nothing. I just met you, and I trust you unconditionally.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
As you go.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in
Think about when I was really young, walk around a big pond. We were moving into landlord's German Shepherd, walking between me in the water. Aw. They're very protective dogs. I love German Shepherds. We had several German Shepherds when I was growing up, and they were all good boys and girls. Maybe she's just evil.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me.
Apparently, according to my parents...
Many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
According to my parents, one time, I was playing out in the front yard, and a giant, like, horned owl landed up in a tree and just started watching me, and our German Shepherd walked out and just, like, popped the squat, like, out in the yard where I was, and just stared at the owl the entire time, like, watching it while, like, making sure it wasn't gonna, like, try to come down and, like, grab me or something.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people
Our dogs were very protective of us. One of my Labradors I had, Coco.
Other species. It seems few of them seek to
Sorry, I need to stop talking over dialogue.
The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Where she's telling us about Asari in general. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people. One of my dogs, Coco, like some like neighbor kid's dog was down. Like we were like, he came down and was with the neighbor. We were talking to them, and the dog was a chow chow, and it snapped at my sister. Like, it didn't actually bite her. It, like, snapped at her. And the second it did that, Coco just, like, jumped on that thing and just, like, beat the shit out of it. Like, it drew, like, blood on him and everything. But, like, he's got into a big old fight. And then, from then on, he did not trust any, like, weird dogs, any strange dogs that came into the yard that might came by, because he thought they were going to try and hurt us. We seek to understand this picture. It seems few of them seem to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people. What are rumors?
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
Yeah, sorry are interesting. Their whole deal.
But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever
Also, there's a lot of information we're getting in a first meeting.
that is not uncommon.
Like, there's a lot of stuff to just drop on someone you just met. But they are also, like, she wants to talk about it, so.
Long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
And Shepard's just, like, probing all the way, too. Tell me about every single, like, philosophical thing about your species.
We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
If you say so.
I should go.
I should go. Shepard, would you like to learn more about Asari culture? I should go. Okay. Fuck, where am I going? Caden, buddy.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp.
Brain camp. I was a psychonaut, you see. Just like Raz. He's my hero. Sometimes I would go into people's minds. If I went to your mind, I'd see a whole bunch of dogs.
Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Seems like you beat the odds. How many didn't make it?
Out of 100, maybe 60 have no effect. 30 suffer adverse effects, little things like brain cancer. The other 10 show enough ability to augment with implants. Not always permanent, though. Not like the cancer. Next thing you know, you're out on jump zero. And how's a kid supposed to deal with that? A station at the edge of human space.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest.
I mean, I do like it, like, Shepard asks a lot of questions, but I do like it when, like, it's clear he already has some knowledge on stuff. Like, usually if it's, like, human, like, or military related, he'll, like, be like, hey, I've heard of that.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to get physical, then. Do we want to be a creep? Let's be a creep.
You were all teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the time.
I'm not the sort who does that kind of thing, Commander. Not likely, anyway. There was a girl I spent a lot of time with, but we kept our clothes on. Rana. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful. But not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Did you love her?
Sounds like she was special to you.
Did you want to marry her?
Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I order you to be friends with me.
I want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Alright, good talk, Caden. Caden is voiced by... I do not know the actor's name, but Knights of the Republic 1. He voices the character named Cartho Nassi, who was like your number 2.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you
What have you
head out?
got?
Whatever you want. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of...
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Yeah, so here's all the like Spectre equipment. It's really expensive though. So this is the gun we want, which is the HMWA. Like this is like the best assault rifle like in the game. So we definitely want that. It is gonna be a while before we can get our hands on that though. So we're gonna want to start selling some. We're gonna sell all of our junk. Didn't really get anything. All the level 1 stuff we can just go ahead and sell. I don't know. It might be a while before we can get that. If assuming we can even get it all.
How are you? Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice.
I think some of the dialogue audio on some of the car party members, like Garrus and Caden, is mixed a little too low in this game. It was like that in the original as well. I think they like took it to heart because in 2 onward you could hear them a lot better.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres.
He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can, but Saren's not going to play by our rules.
He's like, really?
If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Again, Garrus really wants to be a cowboy cop.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Is this duty related, Chief?
No, sir. Well, maybe. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Sir! No, sir. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
I want to have a little bit more of a conversation with her about that, not just be like,
Do you have a few minutes to talk
like,
one-on-one?
cut that shit out.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
What's your opinion on
Not
the
sure
last?
I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
What the fuck, Ash? Damn. Okay, I forgot Ash was kind of a dick in this one.
I don't think she's used to teasing. Good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago.
That doesn't really mean fair enough. If the answer was fair enough, he's like, tell me anyway.
They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know.
Rex sees him and just nopes the fuck out of there. I jumped in an escape pod, traveled for days.
If there was anything of value,
I jumped right out the airlock, swam through space like a fish. Did you know you could do that? They don't tell you that. But you can do that. You just wave your arms a little bit, just swim. Really? No, I'm fucking with you. Don't do it. You'll die.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match.
The Volus were those little, like, round guys with the suits, who I said kind of looked like basset hounds last time.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. My instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
I find it rather peaceful. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
They go on the Rumspringer, they never return.
Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
As you go. Trying to remember, like, I remember what the next two missions are, but I'm trying to remember, like, which one is which. I feel like I get them mixed up. Pharos, I think, is... Yes, okay. The Exogenic Corporations found a pilot colony for Prothean ruins, the blanket 2/3 of the planet's landmass. The atmosphere is foul with dust. Terrestrial travel is hampered by crumpled debris dozens of meters deep. There are indications that Pharos was a much colder world in the past. Pharos has 2 large moons, Orkan the Farther and Varde. We'll go ahead and land, and then I think we'll probably call it. Like, I know we didn't go as long as we did yesterday, but we also started a little bit later. I think I won't be able to finish this in like 30 minutes, so. This mission, I mean. But we made decent progress, I think. We did some side quest stuff. We did some side quest stuff. We got Liara. Like I said, this game is not really that long, especially if you don't do like a lot of the side content. Let's take Caden. Now, let's take Ashley and Tally. No biotic strength. Maybe we should take biotic strength. No, this is fine. We'll be fine. Gun beats most of everything.
Equalizing it.
Max decryption so that max decryption so we can open just about anything. And she's back in her pink armor. Iconic. It's only iconic because that's like the first armor that she starts with. It's not necessarily better.
Interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Arrow.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Okay, we'll stop there. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We will try to stream more this next weekend. Like I said, we might be able to start streaming on Fridays for a little bit this year, depending on how things play out, but we'll see. I'm not going to make a promise of that. So instead, we're going to just try to intend to stream on Saturdays and Sundays. As said before, the VOD channel is now live. We are slowly adding more VOD content there as fast as I can. Just basically it's a process of rendering and exporting a 3-hour video and then uploading it to YouTube, which takes a while per video. But slowly and steadily, that content is showing up there. So if you miss a stream, check out the VOD channel. And also, if you're not following or subscribed, please follow, subscribe, tell your friends. It'd be great. Until then, have a good rest of your night. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.